What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this, we have India versus Nepal trade tussle heats up. What is going on with these two? We're about to jump in and find out. If you guys happen to enjoy it, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up. If you would like to support this channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit that join button to receive your exclusive benefits. Let's dive right in.
These are visuals of Indian Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi being conferred the honorary rank of the General of the Nepal Army. It's an age-old reciprocal tradition that goes back to 1950 and a symbol of the close cultural and historic bond between the peoples of India and Nepal. But on the trade front, there is a storm brewing. India has suspended large-scale trade imports from Nepal. Imports of cement from Nepal have stopped for nearly 3 months. Sanitary items worth over 250 million rupees have been stranded in Nepali warehouses as India doesn't want them, especially health and sanitary pads from Nepal. The same is the case for any steel and iron products, textiles or fertilizers. Nepali cement and chemical factories are operating at half the capacity. Some are facing a shutdown. And the reason, you guessed it, is China. India does not want any Nepali products that have cheap, low-quality Chinese ingredients. This is part of Indian government's No Chinese Components policy India enforced in 2020. Since Nepali manufacturers have violated this non-negotiable Indian government diktat, their export industry has massively taken a hit. After all,
So Nepal was trying to get away with it on the slide that Chinese components was inside of these things that they were selling to India, and India saw, and India was like, no. We told y'all the conditions, but since you want to violate the conditions, that's cool, but we don't want no more. Keep it all. Anything that got anything to do with any Chinese components, keep it. We closing the door. So yeah, y'all better figure out how to make it without Chinese components or that door won't be open again. Hey, Modi not having it. Modi don't play that ish.
India accounts for nearly 2/3 of Nepali global exports. So why would Nepali traders violate this Indian mandate? In 2020, after the Galwan Valley clashes, the Indian government imposed this stringent no Chinese component policy for any imports coming from neighboring nations. Now this includes Nepal, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka among others. Meanwhile, imports from Pakistan have fallen to zero as India does not want to import anything at all from Islamabad.
Yeah.
The no Chinese component policy was part of a series of measures including restrictions on Chinese FDI, direct flights and visas, as well as a ban on over 200 Chinese mobile apps in India. The policy has been in place to protect Indian manufacturers from cheap or low-quality Chinese imports. But now, Nepali manufacturers are feeling the brunt, accounting for 71.9% of Nepal's exports. India is Nepal's largest trading partner. The country exported goods worth 103.18 billion rupees in the last fiscal year. But over the last quarter, numerous Nepali products have been held at the border with India, putting the brakes on crucial exports. According to the Department of Customs, Nepal exported 201.9 million pieces of sanitary pads and diapers worth 719 million rupees to India in the last fiscal year. However, this has crashed to zero for the last 3 months. Imports from cement producers including Rupandehi, Agrakanchi, Sarbottam and Palpa have come to a complete halt for more than 2 months. In 2020,
I just don't get, like you said earlier, I'm not understanding why Nepali will violate this one mandate that India gave them. If over 2/3 of their exports are going to India, that is a large part of your economy that India is supporting by you exporting things to them. And they gave you one mandate. And so, dang, why would Nepal do this? Why would they violate that? Also, what do you guys think is going to happen? You think Nepal is going to figure out how to make it without the Chinese components? Do you guys think that relationship between the two countries is just over at this point as far as trading? What do you guys think the situation is going to be? And gosh, I mean, if 2/3 of your export where's that gonna come from? If they don't figure it out, how's Nepal gonna replace that money for the economy?
Government directed the Bureau of Indian Standards to establish mandatory standards for all imported goods, aligning them with international quality norms. India itself imposed restrictions on the import of over 370 products from China. Sources indicate India's ban could also extend to hydroelectricity from Nepal, which has raised significant concerns in Kathmandu, as any electricity manufactured from China-funded projects would not be bought by India. Nepal's government has also been trying to get India to ease the Bureau of Indian Standards certification process. A top official of the Ministry of Industry told Kathmandu Post, quote, "Since the Bureau of Indian Standards certificate issues started hindering Nepali manufacturers and exports, the Ministry of Industry, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has regularly informed its Indian counterpart about the issue and requested changes to this process. But there has been no response," unquote. Now, Nepal Chamber of Commerce has called on the newly appointed ambassador to India, Shankar Sharma, to help facilitate bilateral trade. However, the Modi government is unwilling to compromise. On the 16th of October, India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal announced that the quality control orders, which restrict import and sale of substandard goods, have been extended and expanded to include 732 products. QCOs serve as a crucial tool for India to
I feel like one thing about India, it ain't gonna be too much negotiating. I feel like India ain't, from what I've seen in certain videos, my very limited perspective, I feel like India ain't a country that's going to negotiate too much with you. They gonna say, hey, on this 100%, they are going to stand absolutely fine.
Quality standards, integrate goods into global value supply chain, and limit imports from China. China's significant inroads and influence in Nepal's politics and economy have frayed Nepal's economic bonds with New Delhi. Meanwhile, Nepal continues to provoke India by claiming Indian territories as its own. So is it doing so at China's behest? India remains the largest source of FDI into Nepal, amounting 88.59 billion Nepali rupees, while Chinese FDI in Nepal is about a third of this, 33.4 billion Nepali rupees. India accounts for nearly 1/3 of all FDI into Nepal and 2/3 of all Nepali exports. So it begs the question, what is stopping Nepali manufacturers to meet the quality standards enforced by India? Meanwhile, China has been investing heavily in Nepal's infrastructure, especially hydropower, leading to the country's growing reliance on Chinese funding and financing. While Nepal's exports to China have decreased by 16.7% annually over the past 5 years, Kathmandu's total external debt stocks owed to China have tripled. Nepal now owes over 27% of its external bilateral debt to China. There are concerns that Nepal too risks falling into a Chinese debt trap, just like Pakistan or Sri Lanka. This only suggests that Nepal needs India, its largest trading partner and its historic ally, now more than ever. Have your say. Do you support the Indian government's stand of suspending Nepali imports that contain substandard Chinese ingredients? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to InConnect News.
It sounds like India's not gonna back down on this one, but it sounds like Nepal might have already fallen into that debt trap, and they may be forced to do this because if India accounts for 2/3 of your exports and 1/3 of your FDI, it doesn't make sense why these companies wouldn't start complying or why they would even violate the agreement in the first place, if not at China's behest. So I feel like China is definitely behind it. I would love to hear what you guys think because it just makes no sense to me why Nepal would ruin that relationship. It baffles me. So I feel like it's got to be China's playing some role in it. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Check out the next one. I'll see y'all next time.